What is going on? This is Brandon with Fleet Feet, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm actually going to be giving you my current training rotation of 2024. So I'm basing this rotation off of 3 different categories: a daily trainer category, a tempo day category, and a race day category. But I have left one extra shoe at the end of this review that I think is important to note and is going to also be part of my rotation as a bonus, so stay tuned at the end for that. Let's get into it. Let's start with the daily trainer category. This is basically the shoe that you're going to be doing most of your miles in, whether it be easy runs, relaxed runs, or a few up-tempo miles here and there. Be lacing up every day and getting out the door and running most of your casual miles in. So for me, that shoe is the ASICS Nova Blast 4. I had the opportunity to run in the 2nd, the 3rd, and now the 4th model of this shoe. Some things have changed a little bit, I think for the better in a lot of these models, but overall, I absolutely love the Nova Blast series. It's one of my favorite from ASICS year after year, and the ASICS Nova Blast 4 did not disappoint. The Nova Blast is ASICS's daily trainer, but the focus is mainly on it being a fast, responsive, and lightweight training option. It is best for those easy runs or up-tempo miles on occasion. The upper is made up of an engineered woven upper. The midsole is made up of Flight Foam Blast Plus Eco, and the outsole is a new and improved AHAR Low rubber. For me, I absolutely love the Nova Blast 4, even though it did gain a little bit of weight from the 3rd to the 4th model. I still believe it retains a lot of its magic. This shoe has a fun feeling at basically any pace, so whether that be a more relaxed pace or a faster pace, I found that I just kept lacing it up and going back to it because it was just such a reliable trainer. It does have a gusseted tongue, which I love, and like I mentioned earlier, the AHAR Low rubber outsole is much improved from the 3rd model to the 4th model, making the traction and grip of this shoe much stronger. The Nova Blast 4 has gained a little bit of stack from the 3rd to the 4th model, making it a much more plush and cushioned ride than I remember in the 3rd model. But what I will say is in toe off and spring, it definitely has a lot of that pop and bounce that I was still looking for. And that's thanks to the trampoline effect that they've got going on here. This little pad, as you're going through and you're compressing down on it, it really propulses you forward when you're going through your stride. Overall, I've really enjoyed getting a lot of miles in this shoe. I enjoyed the 3rd model and now the 4th model. And honestly, there aren't too many things about this shoe that I would change. I mean, personally, between the 3 and the 4, they are pretty different, but I think they still have a really great shoe here. The men's model weighs in at 9.1 ounces or 260 grams, and the women's model at 7.9 ounces or 225 grams. While it did gain a little bit of weight, it still fares very well in the daily trainer category, and that is why I continue to go back to this shoe day after day. For the men's model, the heel comes at 41.5 in the heel and 33.5 in the toe, and the women's model at 40.5 and 32.5, making it an 8mm drop. This is one of the areas of the shoe that I did enjoy. I liked that there was even more stack than before in this shoe. I love just knowing that I'm a little bit higher off of the ground. I have more cushion and I have more comfort on foot when I'm going through my stride. So that was a big win in my book. So overall, I really enjoyed the ASICS Nova Blast 4 for my daily training miles, and I think that it was just a great pick and a great option overall, especially at the $140 price point. I love what ASICS has done with the Nova Blast 4. It still retains a lot of its magic. It has the cushioning that I like, and they've kept it at a $140 price point, which is absolutely reasonable for a daily trainer. Moving on, the next shoe in our category is going to be a tempo day shoe. This is going to be the shoe that you're going to do most of your workouts in, some of your faster paces in, interval training, thresholds, whatever it might be. I'm sticking with an old reliable, and that is the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4. I've run in the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th model of this shoe, and I gotta say, this is probably the best speed yet. This is Saucony's snappy and responsive tempo day and speed day shoe. It is best for workouts, interval training, threshold runs, tempo runs, speed work, you name it. It has an engineered mesh upper, a super responsive sock liner for your footbed when going through your stride. It also has a winged nylon plate for more dynamic propulsion, and it has Power Run, PB, and Speedroll technology for maximum cushioning and support. And to top it all off, it has a lattice designed outsole rubber. Like I said, I think this is the best speed yet. When I was going through my stride, it was very fast, it was snappy, it was responsive. It was everything that I loved in the second and third models, and now translated into the fourth model. It still has all of that magic and all of the unique qualities that I want to see in my Tempo Day shoes. When going fast in a shoe or picking up the pace, one of the most important areas to think about is the upper and its lockdown fit. I believe that the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4 achieves that. It has a very breathable upper. The mesh, while it is stretchy, it still locks your foot in place very well. It also has a gusseted tongue for great midfoot lockdown, and I had no issues with heel slip. The upper was very light, breathable, and airy, and as I was going through my stride, I just absolutely enjoyed the feeling. The Power Run PB coupled with the nylon wing plate made for a great balance of a cushioned and snappy fast ride. You can actually see here that the plate itself is very high in energy return. Oh, it actually bends really well and it's super flexible, but it just responds back so fast. If you actually look here, there we go. That's a good example here. Look at how fast that just pushes you back through your stride. And that was something that I really loved about this shoe, was the energy load that you would get from the plate and just how fast and springy it felt when I was going through my strides. This shoe was also great for turnover and faster cadences. So when I was going on faster workouts, up-tempo runs, whatever it might have been, this shoe was great for just being able to pick up the pace, slow down. It's one of the most variable shoes of 2024 so far, and it was just able to cover so many different bases for me. It's hard to leave the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4 out of the equation. The Speed 4 comes in at 8.2 ounces or 233 grams for the men's model and 7.2 ounces or 206 grams for the women's model. The stack of the shoe is around 36 in the heel and 28 in the forefoot for an 8mm drop. The shoe is very lightweight, and the stack, while it is pretty high, it still is very fast in energy return. And at $170, I'm not sure how many other tempo shoes on the market can compete with this. On to race day. You've done your training, you've gotten your tempo runs in, you've done all the speed work, and now it is time to lace up the fastest shoe in your arsenal. My current race day pick right now would be the Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris. This is a fast, cushioned, high energy return super shoe. It is best for racing distances anywhere between the half to the full marathon. It has a Motion Wrap 2.0 upper. In the midsole, they have a Flight Foam Turbo plus PIBA based foam and a carbon fiber plate inside, as well as Asics grip for their outsole. I was very excited to receive this shoe, and I gotta say, it did not disappoint. It felt very responsive and fast on toe off, but it had that cushion that I was looking for and that bouncy feeling as I was going through my stride. What's unique about this shoe is that it has a twin, which is the Edge, but right now we're just talking about this one, which is a lower cadence, more cushioned race day shoe. What's special and unique about this shoe is the plate placement. So right here, if you can tell, there's actually a carbon fiber plate that runs through the split of this shoe, and there is a yellowish green tint on the bottom, this layer here, and then there is a black layer on the top. While the entire midsole foam is Flight Foam Turbo Plus and it is split through a carbon fiber plate, the carbon fiber plate is actually moved up much higher than that in the Edge, which is going to give it a little bit of a more bouncy and slower cadence, but it's going to still have a lot of that energy return that you're looking for and that fast turnover. The Motion Wrap 2.0 upper really fit my foot well. It was very breathable. There wasn't too much to it, but it really just was this really nice, simple upper that I just enjoyed putting back on. In the past, Asics made shoes that would cram my toes up just a little too much in the toe box, so being able to open up the toe box a little bit more here like they've done to allow for toe splay and a little bit more comfort has really helped me. This shoe has been so much fun to run in. I've only had the opportunity to really pull it out a few times this year, but overall, this is the race day shoe that I would pick right now. As promised, I do have a little bit of a bonus category in there, and that is the Super Trainer category. And for my Super Trainer pick, I'm going with the Hoka Skyward X. It has a knit upper, and in the midsole, it's made up of two foams, a layer of PIBA on the top and an EVA supercritical foam on the bottom. And sandwiched in between those two foams is a convex carbon fiber plate. Out of all of the shoes in my arsenal right now, this is the one that I've run the most miles in and the one that I'm lacing up pretty much on most of my training days. I love the Asics Nova Blast. I'm enjoying my time in the Speed 4 and in the Asics Metaspeed Paris, but nothing is hitting quite like the Skyward X right now. Not only does it have all of the max cushion qualities that I look for in a shoe, but it also has a convex carbon fiber plate that just provides all of that pop and energy return sensation that I really love. The knit upper lockdown is one of my favorites because it really locks in my foot very well on foot. The carbon fiber plate also adds a bit of stability as well as a wide base. I enjoy the Meta Rocker system that's also framed throughout the bottom of the shoe, and it really helps just create a more smooth ride when I'm transitioning through my runs. It is a very soft and bouncy foam. You get all of the plush and responsiveness that you're looking for. The Piba midsole foam on the top coupled with the convex carbon fiber plate just really adds that high energy return and responsiveness. And then the supercritical EVA, while it is a little bit firmer, it still adds a lot of that stability that you're looking for. This is a shoe that I'm putting on every single day just to keep my feet fresh. It's been an absolute joy to run in this shoe, and I honestly just can't see myself stopping just yet. I'm hoping to try and get up to 100 miles and give you an update even then. So the women's model of this shoe comes in at 9.2 ounces or 261 grams. The men's model at 11.3 ounces and 320 grams. The stack of the shoe comes in pretty high. For the men's model, it's at 48 in the heel and 43 in the toe. And for the women's model at 46 in the heel and 41 in the toe, giving it a 5mm drop. I wasn't fazed too much by the weight. I know that it is going to be concerned for a lot of people, but even though the shoe is a little bit on the heavier side, I still found that it worked really well for me. And at $225, it is a little bit more on the expensive side, especially for a daily trainer, but this is a super trainer and it has all of the premium technologies that you'd want in a race day shoe packaged into a more soft, plush, and cushioned ride. So for me, I think the $225 is worth it, especially when I know that it's going to cover so much distance for me. $225 is a lot of money, but not when I know that it's going to be one of my favorite running shoes of 2024. Then it becomes absolutely worth it. So that's it. That's my shoe rotation right now. I'm going with the Asics Nova Blast 4 for daily training runs. I'm going with the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4 for my tempo days. And then I'm going to go with the Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris for race day. As my super trainer companion, I'm going with the Hoka Skyward X. If you enjoyed this review and you want to learn more about any of these shoes, you can check them out on the blog at fleetfeet.com or check out any of our first impressions, full reviews, or comparison videos on YouTube. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and please make sure to follow us on all of our social media channels, whether that be on Facebook, on YouTube, on Strava, on TikTok, on Instagram, on our blog, whatever it might be. Make sure to stay tuned for when all of the new content comes out.